All right, guys. So our final topic here before we're going to get into the Bad Batch episode 8 spoiler discussion here does sort of have to do with the Bad Batch, maybe in some capacity here, because just recently I've complained about it a little bit. A lot of people out there have complained about it a little bit. Ever since Loki debuted, it has nothing to do with the show Loki, but I mean, I love the Loki show itself. But it debuted on Wednesday. And that was always, I mean, for a lot of people, it's not the biggest deal in the world, and it's not like
I think
don't
it
know.
sucks.
It's not the end of the world. You think it sucks?
Yeah, just being like straight up and honest. Like to me, it was always like Friday night when I get home from work, I watch the show. Then I come over here, we do our stream, we talk about it, whatever. Wednesday just mixes that up. It just throws it off.
I agree, dude. It really throws a wrench in things.
I'm usually busy, pretty busy at least on like Wednesday nights. So like to me, it's a little difficult to just like sit down and watch that.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people are. Like John, who couldn't be with us here today, he has some prior engagements to do, obviously, or otherwise he'd be here. But like he has plans. Like he has like I think he does golf or something every Wednesday, so he can't even watch it on Wednesdays in general. Like he doesn't have time. Like
I'm at the gym for most of Wednesday night, so like I hate to say it, that kind of takes a little bit of priority for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just being Wednesday is just kind of an inconvenience. It'd be different. I really wish that they would just drop it at midnight, like worldwide, because then you could watch it like Tuesday at midnight if you wanted to.
Like not what time do they drop it actually?
Like, well, they drop it at midnight, but not globally. Like so, it's 3 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
It's midnight for Pacific Coast.
Yeah, when it's going to be up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, so East Coast gets it at 3 a.m. and so they drop it at midnight Pacific time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to midnight worldwide. So it's like that.
Stupid.
Yeah. But either way. It's annoying though, and because like I said too, it throws a wrench in. This is what we normally do. Normally, every Friday, like you said, the show would drop Friday, and then we'd watch the show Friday. Then we could talk about it on stream if we wanted to, and then come, when we actually do the show, the last segment was always, the spoiler review and discussion of whatever the show was for this past Friday.
And we've got Bad Batch right now too.
Luckily, but nevertheless. It's been confirmed that Disney Plus is now shifting their entire slate of new releases. Their new original series are all being shifted to Wednesday debuts now. So, the interesting thing is, like I said, because we're going to be doing our Bad Batch spoiler review and discussion just after the segment, but they go on to say, like, they have a new release schedule for everything on here. But Bad Batch isn't listed anywhere. So it seems like for now, I don't know if this will change, but Bad Batch is going to continue being on Fridays. So I guess like that's the only good news I have out of all this is that that's going to stay Fridays. But again, I don't know about season 2. Like if they make a season 2 of Bad Batch, will they drop that on Wednesday? And they don't actually have anything Star Wars related on here either. So like I don't know, like. Are they going to change? Are they going to keep Star Wars on Fridays? Like they don't really
when
say.
Like Book of Boba Fett comes out, Kenobi and Andor and
because they only reference the other shows being on Fridays, and now they're saying that everything is going to be shifting to Wednesdays because they're shifting all their new Disney Plus originals to Wednesday, and then their new release movies are going to drop on Fridays. So like. But again, I don't know what that really entails. So they could always switch this stuff up later on. I don't really know. I just wish it would go back to being Fridays.
Right. Me
personally. Too. At least for now, though, Bad Batch, it looks like it's still going to be on Fridays, at least through the duration of the first season.
Thank God.
So we have that. We at least have that to look forward to every Friday. I don't know. I just prefer them being on Fridays anyway. It just became like a tradition every Friday.
For me, I knew when Mando was coming out, I'd wake up every Friday morning, like an hour before I normally would, and I'd watch it before I go to work, and just to get all the info and send you a bunch of texts, just like, dude, wait till you see this episode.
Well, that's the thing too. It sucks with it being on Wednesday, and a lot of these shows being very like, if you're steeped in the fandom, you want to avoid spoilers.
Oh yeah,
and like it dropping on Wednesday, like I said, John literally just can't physically watch it on Wednesday. But
And it's hard to get on Facebook nowadays without running into spoilers
exactly.
everywhere you go.
Like, speaking of Bad Batch, there was literally, like, as soon as there's a certain appearance in the next episode, as
Which
soon as it was literally right after that, there were people posting screenshots of that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, if you hadn't seen it yet,
That's a
like
pretty big spoiler.
yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I understand them wanting to shift things because for any reason, really, it's just annoying, in all honesty. Because like, there was a technical side of things where they dropped it on like on Fridays, so they had like server load issues because everybody would, people in the East Coast like us. It was Friday night, so they would stay up till 3 a.m. to watch it. But then also, since it was Friday night on the Pacific Coast, you had like twice as many people who were just all willing and able to stay up to midnight to watch it. So they had like a bunch of server issues. The app just wouldn't load for people, it would crash on them. And they haven't seemed to have had any of those problems since moving it to Wednesday. And Loki was like the most watched premiere. So it seemed like Wednesday actually worked out for him in some capacity. But I wouldn't read too much into Loki being the biggest, most watched premiere because there hasn't been a large enough sample size of their content yet. Like the hype train is still growing for them. So there hasn't been a lull in everything. The hype has always been up. So like WandaVision happened, then Falcon Winter Soldier was bigger, and then Loki was bigger. It's just because the hype is still going. It's still new.
Right.
So I wouldn't really read too much into Loki having the biggest debut as meaning anything other than it was able to build off what the other things had. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't think it had as much. Even though Loki's great, it's my favorite one so far. And then I'm only 2 episodes in. So like right now, I'm more interested. I'm more interested in Loki after 2 episodes than I was in the other shows after 2 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
I would say so, yeah.
nevertheless, I don't know. The question is, though, guys, I'm not going to sit here and complain about what day it's on anymore. Let us know what you think about it being on Wednesdays. Did it throw a wrench in any of your, general routines and traditions? Do you have a problem with it being on Wednesdays, or because are you even able to watch this up on Wednesday? That's the biggest problem with, I'd say anybody who's on the East Coast like us. We don't have the luxury of being able to stay up till midnight to watch the stuff. So if you have to wake up early in the morning to get to work the next day, you might not be able to watch the damn thing till Wednesday night at the very earliest. So that makes you have to avoid social media and all this stuff if you want to avoid spoilers. So like that's problematic to some degree. So whatever you think about it though, let us know down in the comment section below.